Who started bombing who first?
Well, it's not a matter of who started bombing who first. What happened? Well, the way this whole thing supposedly started was with 3 young boys who were found killed, but they were allegedly killed by the Israeli government wants to accuse Palestinians of killing them, though they pressed absolutely no charges and they found no one in charge of doing that.
Right. Oh, but Hamas has been sending rockets to Israel for 8 years now, right?
Yes, Hamas does fire rockets into Israel, and the rockets that do land into into Israel are actually in open areas. Of the rockets that Hamas has ever sent into Israel, only 1 person has been killed.
Are the people are forced into bomb shelters, right? Why does Hamas bomb Israel?
Hamas is
For eight years.
Hamas is the elected government of Gaza. Gaza has been under siege by the Israeli government. The people of Gaza are not able to enter or exit that area. The people of Gaza are fishermen. It's a seaport city. They are not allowed to fish more than 3 miles out into the ocean. So these people are under siege. When they fire rockets out into Israel, it's like their way of saying, we are here and we are resisting your occupation and your siege, and let us out. And by the way, you know what's very interesting is that the Israeli government makes it absolutely illegal for anyone to show footage of what a Hamas rocket looks like. And if you videotape footage, you will be imprisoned, because the rockets are so minimal and do absolutely no damage. And they know that if the world were to see what these rockets that come out, these homemade rockets that come out of Gaza would look like, that would be an issue for them.
So it's like a bomb scare. There may not be a big bomb, but if a bomb scare forces everybody into bomb shelters, do you support that?
I absolutely do not believe that anyone should live in terror, and I don't support anyone fearing for their life every single day. And I don't believe it's right for anyone to have to be forced into a bomb shelter. But I do not believe that it's okay for Israel to continue to use the rockets as self-defense and go on killing innocent people in that name, and I do not believe that that's okay.
Do you believe the people of Palestine are oppressed by Hamas?
I'm not there, and I can't speak for them if they're oppressed by Hamas, but from what I understand, I know that the people of Palestine are fed up with Israel saying that they're defending themselves against Hamas, when indeed that's not the case, because the numbers speak for themselves. Over 330 Palestinians have been killed, and only 1 Israeli. I mean, really, who's the oppressor here? It's very obvious to see that the Israeli government is oppressing the Palestinian people, and they're enabled by our continuous aid. We've sent over $3.1 billion in aid this year alone, and our Congress just approved another $350 million. So clearly, even if the people of Gaza wish to have another way of life, it's most certainly not Hamas that's oppressing them. It's the siege, it's the illegal occupation of the Israeli military and government.